Hey guys, Charlie here. So in the comment section of our last I Wonder Why video, Prayhill asked us, why do fish swim in schools? And we thought, that's a pretty good question.
I wonder why!
Oh, I love this show.
This show, though.
Before we answer this question, real quick, if you don't mind, can you please click that red subscribe button below and to the right of this video? It would sure be a wonderful help. We're trying to grow this channel. We're trying to do something fun. We're trying to pursue our dreams, and that tiny little click would certainly help us a lot. So thank you very much. On to the question. Why do fish swim in schools?
What a fabulous question!
Terrific question. I have no idea.
So a couple years ago, my friend Patrick and I, we went on a scuba diving trip in Hawaii, and we saw a bunch of cool stuff, including a bunch of fish that were swimming in schools. But that was Hawaii. Whenever Jesse and I swim in this lake right here off Barry's Dock, we pretty rarely see any fish, and if we ever do, they're almost always swimming alone. So how come? Why might some fish swim in schools and other fish swim alone? Well, it all has to do with strategies to survive.
Ooh, wow. Oh.
Let's first talk about the fish that swim in groups, right? So whenever fish are swimming in these big kind of communal groups, you call it shoaling. They're swimming in a shoal. And whenever those fish are swimming in super coordinated ways, they're like turning and spinning and moving around at the very same time, that's when fish are swimming in schools, and we say that they're schooling. But either way, if they're swimming in a shoal or a school, they'll swim in groups for a lot of reasons that benefit them. One is searching for food. It can be very helpful to swim with a bunch of other fish because there are more eyes, so you're more likely to spot something to eat if you come across anything like that. Another one is mating. You're more likely to find a mate if you're swimming in a school too, just because, there are just so many fish swimming around, you're probably gonna find one that wants to mate with you. The third big one is safety. If you think of like a predator attacking a school of fish, it's going to be very hard for that predator to focus on one fish when they're just like a million swimming all around. It's very confusing. So in certain situations, it could be safer to swim in a big group like a school. So that's a couple reasons why fish might swim in schools, but what about on the total other side of things? Why might a fish want to swim alone? Well, basically it's just because it could offer them a lot of other benefits to help them survive, If you think about food, right? Sometimes it could be better to search for food alone because you only have to find enough food to feed yourself rather than finding enough food to feed every single fish in an entire school. Also, fish might be solitary and live alone because they're protecting a resource, they're defending a territory, or they're protecting something that is super rare and they want to keep to themselves. The big final one is safety, which came up for schools of fish, but it also comes up for why fish might swim alone. It might be better for a fish to spend its entire day hiding from a predator under a rock or in some mud or something like that, rather than swimming in a big school that can really easily attract some attention. So basically what it comes down to is in one spot, it might be more beneficial to do one thing, but in a different spot that has different resources, different predators, a totally different environment, it might be better to do the exact opposite. Either way, if a fish is schooling or it's living its little fish life, just being completely alone, it's just trying to find some food, find a mate, and swim on into tomorrow.
So there you go, guys. There's your answer. What nature-related things are you guys wondering about? Let us know in the comments section below. In the next I Wonder Why episode, we're going to be answering every single question that anyone has ever asked us. So if you got one, be sure to type it down there. For example, I wonder why bats sleep upside down, right?
Yeah.
I also wonder why autumn leaves are different colors. Not sure about that.
Same.
And I constantly wonder why moths are always slamming themselves into lamps all the time, right?
Yeah.
What's the deal there?
No idea.
I guess we're going to answer all those questions and all your questions in the next episode. See you guys later.
Now I don't have to Google it. This is great.